Hi, my name is John Couzins from johncouzins.com. Today I want to give you a demonstration about how easy Java is to exploit and why it's a good idea to uninstall it from all your machines. To do this I'm going to be using backtrack. Just going to open up the Metasploit, framework. Okay, so while that's loading, I'm just going to jump back. I'm using two machines to do this. The first one's my backtrack machine, which is my attacking machine, and then there's my victim machine, which is a Windows 7 Service Pack 1 fully patched machine with an old version of Java, or Java version 7 should I say. This machine's a fairly standard build. Attached to it is a Microsoft live cam which is pointing directly at me, and on the C drive we have a local folder with a nice happy picture of a family and a password list, all very believable. So jump back to my backtrack machine, which is loaded. So I'm using a Java exploit to show you this example. So I'm using So that's the exploit that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be targeting Windows machine. The payload that I'm going to be using is a Windows interpreter reverse TCP connection. I'm going to set a couple of parameters. That's the IP address of this machine. Okay, if I could spell exploit right, it would be great. Okay, so we started the service. So what we have here is a link that this server is listening on. Obviously this would be a bit more believable if we were using DNS and it was all external, but I say this is just an example. So what we're going to do is pretend that I have just emailed this link to someone running this desktop, who's going to click on the link and it's going to open in a browser. There's a browser, they're going to click on it and it's not going to do anything, and they're going to be thinking, what? Not really sure what's going on here. Typically I'd have set up a web server on the backtrack machine, so at least look so it's not just a white page. So at some point this user is going to think, must be a bad link, and they're going to shut this down. Yep, so they've shut that down now. The user knows nothing more about it. But over on my backtrack machine I've managed to open an interpreter module. So I'm going to jump into my interpreter sessions. As you can see, I've opened it in session 1. I've now got a interpreter shell on this machine. Now what this means, and this is the main point for doing this video, is what can actually happen, worst case scenario, when one of my users clicks on a link from a Java exploit. Well, I can get an interpreter session back to him. This isn't typically what will get done. Normally there'll be another payload will get dropped on the machine, which will probably make it part of a botnet, connecting back to a command and control center where they'll get where they'll send passwords back or upload software such as the Zeus Trojan. But this is sort of a different example about sort of a worst case scenario and what can happen. As you can see, I'm able to just jump onto the machine. And what machine I'm on, I'm able to drop in and out of a command shell on the, as if I'm on the Windows machine. So here I'm able to jump onto the desktop. As I showed you on the Windows machine, there is a folder on here called John, so I can cd into the John folder, see what's inside the John folder. Oh, happy family picture, so I can delete. Wish I'd call this something different. Family on the grass.jpg. Deleted that. So if I jump back over to my Windows machine now and have a look, that's not the Windows machine. Back in here, John. Oh, that file's been deleted. So I could choose to delete the password file, but that doesn't really do much. So what a better option would be, if I just exit out of this shell back into my interpreter, is to actually download the file or the whole folder. So I'm going to download, see, // folder, and that's that whole folder brought down. Obviously there's only one password in there, so I've now got that file on my local machine. What else can we do on here? What else we can do is we can start a key scan. So I'm going to start this. This records everything that happens on the Windows box. Again, not that way. So if I was to open up Internet Explorer, can't type Gmail, so I'm off onto my Gmail site. And now to type in dave@gmail.com. Just disregard that lack of @ sign. And password in here. Really secure password. I'd log in. What I'm then able to do on the backtrack machine is do a key scan dump. Then we're able to see everything that I've put in. Obviously I took a lot of left which put in there, but there's my password and number, because that's exactly what a secure password should be. Not. So what else can we do? So we've showed we're able to control and stop that. Now stop sniffing the keyboard. We're able to delete files, we're able to bring stuff down. What else can we do? This is for me what is quite scary. We're able to interact with the webcam. So we're able to webcam, we're able to list webcams. As we can see, we've got a webcam here. If there's multiple webcams, we can specify which webcam we want to interact with, but this one will do fine. So we're going to do a webcam snap, and then because we like good quality stuff, we're going to set it to, then I'm going to do a silly pose, and there's me. What we're also able to do as well is to record through the webcam by using the record mic option. So record mic, I'm going to set that for a default duration of 5 seconds. So this is me testing. Obviously I won't be able to play this back because it'll cause havoc with the playback, and that'll save it onto my root folder, so I'm able to keep hold of that WAV file then. Like I say, there's nothing new here, but we personally chose to disable Java in our organisation just because of how dangerous it is on the website, like on the web, and the fact that it's a full scripting language that's invocable through the browser. Java as well has been typically really hard to update and manage from a central location. It gradually got better, but it was still quite bad at one point. So personally, I would definitely consider taking Java completely off your environment, or if there's internal web apps that you need to use, make sure that you've got it disabled from in the browser so that it can't be invoked. Because as you can see, I mean, this is a Windows machine, but Java is a cross-platform scripting language. So this could be on any other machine. Thanks for listening. If you want to listen, check out any other stuff I'm doing. I occasionally write stuff down when I have time on johncouzins.com. Thanks for listening.